sole purpose of protecting Dad. Miss O'Connor, do you think that this text message would lead this committee to get further information about the business dealings of Hunter Biden and how that actually links to Jim Biden, the president's brother, and why they are so concerned with protecting Dad, aka Joe Biden, aka the president of the United States?
Yes.
Thank you. Next slide,
Members
please.
of Congress, all of us in this hearing, are not under oath, as we are presently covered by the speech and debate clause. Isn't that correct, Professor Gerhardt?
That is correct.
And the speech and debate clause covers all statements by a member of Congress, whether they are factual or not. There are only 4 people in this room that are presently under oath in their testimony. And those are the 4 witnesses here today. Is that correct, Professor Gerhardt?
That is correct.
AOC completely loses her cool during a fiery congressional hearing after Representative Byron Donalds drops bombshell evidence connecting Hunter Biden's business deals directly to the Biden family. A family. Byron calmly lays out the money trail. AOC's outrage turns into visible regret. Family. Regret. Hat follows is pure political drama. Tension, exposure, and fireworks, all unfolding live before the nation.
Down here, Mr. Chairman.
Chair recognizes Mr. Donalds for 5 minutes. You'll have 5 minutes.
You'll have my 5 minutes.
No, you're out of order. You're out of order, Mr. Goldman.
I have a
when your time is,
I
you will
asked
be
to introduce
recognized. Chair
something by
recognizes
unanimous
Mr. Donalds for 5 minutes.
Is it being introduced?
Chair recognizes Mr. Donalds for 5 minutes. Byron, it's your
Chairman,
time.
the rules require you
Thank
to
you, Mr.
recognize
Chairman.
me.
No.
Yes, for a point of order, they absolutely do.
Chair recognizes
and you have to rule
Mr.
on
Donalds.
the motion.
And is
You've
Mr.
already
Donalds'
made
time
2
ticking
points
too?
of order.
No,
Chair
Mr. Donald's
recognizes
time
Mr.
is not going to take. Actually, Mr. Chairman, I request this clock be set back to 5 minutes.
Set
so we
the
can.
clock back to 5 minutes.
Thank you.
Mr. Chairman, can I just make a parliamentary inquiry then? Are we not to make points of order on either side during
You
the
keep
question?
speaking about no evidence. Why don't you all just listen? And
I'm trying to introduce evidence.
You've already introduced. You've already had your
Is it in?
share of evidence.
Are you
Now,
admitting
Mr. Donalds, 5 minutes.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Mr. Dubinsky, I want to come to you quickly. A lot of talk about evidence. On the screens in the room, we have an organizational chart from the IRS investigative team that was looking into the business practices of Hunter Biden and his associates. This org chart is from 2014. Now, Mr. Dubinsky, when my former life, I was in community banking, and I'm comfortable with looking at organizational charts. When I first saw this chart, the first thing I thought about was a real estate holding company or a developer, and this is not to demean developers in the great east state of America, but developers typically have multiple companies that float with various business interests and business lines. But the funny thing is that in the business dealings of Hunter Biden, there is no real estate. None at all. So, Mr. Dubinsky, in your professional experience, looking at this organizational chart of business structure, what do you see here?
I see a very complicated structure of entities that are interrelated and would give me concern. If I were an investigator, I would want to know what's going on in these entities, who's behind them, how's the money moving between them, and what...
It was supposed to be just another tense but routine day on Capitol Hill. Arrogant. Hill. Another hearing filled with political talking points, predictable arguments, and the usual partisan clashes that be Hill. Clashes. What unfolded between Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez and Byron Donalds quickly became one of the most talked about confrontations in recent congressional history. Clashes. History. Hat began as a simple fact-finding session about Hunter Biden's overseas business activities transformed into a dramatic clash of personality, ideology, and temperament. A moment that captured everything people either love or hate about modern American politics.
Substance of the transactions. What's really going on here?
Mr. Dubinsky, do you think it's in the interest of this committee that is now in an inquiry phase to actually find out all of the flow of money between these entities and what the purpose was?
Absolutely.
Next slide, please. For my colleagues on the other side, we're going to start talking evidence now. This is now a slide of the organizational chart of the Hunter Biden business companies and with associates from 2018, from the same IRS investigators who broke down the business structure in 2014. Does this slide cause you the same concern, Mr. Dubinsky?
Yes, it does.
Okay, now let's talk about some more. Actually, one point I want to make on this. Ladies and gentlemen, and I know it's kind of small, so I would love to submit, I will submit all this for the record. I would love my colleagues on the other side to see this. In 2014, one of the key owners was Devin Archer, who did testify, was under deposition under oath by the Oversight Committee. In 2018, Devin Archer is no longer listed, but his wife, Krista Archer, is now listed. Mr. Dubinsky, when you see a situation where ownership interest moves from one spouse to the other, is that a concern of some level of fraud potentially?
I would call it a red flag. That's something I would look at and again, try to get to the bottom of what happened there. Was it just transferred? Was there money behind it? What was going on?
Okay, thank you. Next slide. Now, this is to a text message. This is a text message between, it's going to Naomi Biden. That's what this one is. Hold on, let me get my stuff back. There we go. Sorry. This is the WhatsApp text message between Jim Biden and Hunter Biden. In this text message, it clearly says, anyway, we can talk later, but you've been drawn into something purely for the purpose of protecting Dad.
The hearing began routinely, members taking turns with their prepared remarks. A history. Marks. AOC sat confidently, flipping through her notes, clearly ready to challenge whatever the Republicans presented. Marks. Presented. Cross from her sat Byron Donalds. Cal presented. Calm, M, composed and focused. Calm. AA rising GOP star known for keeping his cool in the most hostile settings. W, a settings. Hen his turn came. Donalds adjusted his microphone and began speaking with quiet authority. Settings. Authority. E presented financial documents, emails, and timeline charts that, accord authority. According to his team. Connect. According. Connected Hunter Biden's foreign business dealings to other members of the Biden family. Connected family. He made it clear. This wasn't speculation or political theater. Family. Theater. He data came directly from subpoenaed bank records and verified witness testimony. Theater. Testimony. He tone of the room shifted immediately. Testimony. Immediately. Had started as a political debate suddenly became something far more serious. Immediately. Serious. Donald serious. Donalds laid out a money trail. Funds moving from foreign entities into shell companies, undonald companies and from there to Biden family accounts. Companies and accounts. He wasn't assigning guilt, he said. Just presenting facts that demanded answers. Accounts. Answers. He cited figures, dates, account transfers, and even emails mentioning access to the big guy. Answers. Guy. S cameras zoomed in AOC's demeanor. Guy. Demeanor began to change. Demeanor change. Frustration. Fidgeting. Pen tapping, change. Apping. Hen it happened, tapping. Happen. Hen Donalds displayed a chart showing a direct link between Hunter's consulting firm and another account tied to a Biden relative. Happened. OC snapped. I snapped. Interrupting mid-sentence. She accused him of spreading misinformation and weaponizing. Snapped. Weaponizing the committee for partisan gain. Weaponizing. Her voice rose with every word, echoing through the chamber as aides exchanged uneasy glances.
Hunter Biden and how that actually links to Jim Biden, the president's brother, and why they are so concerned with protecting Dad, a.k.a. Joe Biden, a.k.a. the president of the United States?
Yes.
Thank you. Next slide, please. This is a text message between Hunter Biden and Naomi Biden. And this one is a famous one. Everybody knows this one. This is a famous one that says, I hope you all do what I did and pay for everything for this entire family for 30 years. It's really hard, but don't worry. Unlike Pop, I won't make you give me half your salary. Mr. Dubinsky, if you saw a text message like this in a potential money laundering operation or a potential pay-for-play operation, would you be looking for information related to money going from son to father?
Absolutely, without a doubt.
Thank you. Next slide. Oh, this is a fun one. Ladies and gentlemen, this one is from 2018. This is about 4 months before Joe Biden launched his campaign for president of the United States, December 2018. The highlight is, this is a text message between Jim Biden and Hunter Biden. Hunter Biden was in a bad way, by the way. He was really strung out. He lost a bunch of money. He needed help. Jim Biden says, this can work. You need a safe harbor. I can work with your father alone. It'll probably take several months and everybody can read the text. Ms. O'Connor, Mr. Dubinsky, if you saw text messages like this between the president's brother and the president's son, wouldn't you be concerned about them trying to give plausible deniability for the president of the United States to not have any knowledge of said business dealings?
It's worth. Gentleman's time's expired, but please answer the question.
It's worth investigating.
Mr. Dubinsky?
I would agree. I would investigate this.
I yield back. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Gentleman yields back. Before I recognize Mr. Christian Morte, Mr. Goldman, I will give you an opportunity to quickly recognize you for your point of order.
I just want to make sure that page 131 of the transcript of the Devin Archer interview is entered into the record.
Without objection, so ordered.
Serious. And the prospect of impeachment is also a gravely serious matter, which has been echoed by our witnesses today. And any serious impeachment investigation or inquiry relies on firsthand sworn testimony of witnesses to high crimes or misdemeanors. Today, the Republican majority has called in 3 witnesses to advance their case.
In today's politics, perception outweighs policy, and this moment proved it, Wayne. Within minutes, the clip went viral. Viral. NX. Formerly Twitter, one user wrote. Byron Viral. Wrote. Byron Donalds just gave AOC a masterclass in composure. A wrote. Byron Composure. Another added. She Composure. Added. She walked right into his trap. Emotion versus logic. Added. She and logic won. CN1. Able News ran the footage non-stop. Non-stop. Conservative commentators praised Donald's restraint and professionalism, while liberal voices defended AOC's passion, saying she refused to let bad faith attacks go unchallenged. Non-stop. Unchallenged. One thing was undeniable. The optics were brutal for AOC. Unchallenged. Her outburst, while human, looked like a loss of control under pressure. Pressure. Donalds, on the other hand, appeared calm, analytical, and in command. Pressure. Command. Very time AOC raised her voice, he lowered his command. Very time she interrupted, he paused. Hiss. Paused. Very time she moralized, paused. Moralist, he returned to the facts. Immoralized facts. It wasn't just political, it was psychological strategy. Strategy. He let composure become his weapon. Insiders later called it a turning point for both lawmakers. For AOC, a reminder that passion without precision can backfire. For Donalds, a breakout moment. A demonstration that leadership isn't about volume, it's about control.
Mr. Turley, I have a simple question for you. In your testimony today, are you presenting any first-hand witness account of crimes committed by the President of the United States?
No, I'm not.
No, you are not. Ms. O'Connor, you are the second Republican witness here today. Have you, in your testimony, presented any first-hand witness account of crimes committed by the President of the United States?
I have not.
Thank you. And now, Mr. Dubinsky, as the third and final Republican witness in this hearing, have you, in your testimony, presented any first-hand witness account of crimes committed by the President of the United States?
I have not.
And Professor Gerhardt, given that you are the minority witness, I assume the same, correct?
I'm not a fact witness, correct.
Thank you. And to clarify, 2 individuals presented today who do have first-hand accounts surrounding the progeny of these allegations are being blocked from testifying by the Republican majority. And I want to explain why this is important. Members of Congress, all of us in this hearing, are not under oath, as we are presently covered by the speech and debate clause. Isn't that correct, Professor Gerhardt?
That is correct.
And the speech and debate clause covers all statements by a member of Congress, whether they are factual or not. There are only 4 people in this room that are presently under oath in their testimony. And those are the 4 witnesses here today. Is that correct, Professor Gerhardt?
That is correct.
And so the direct testimony of the 4 individual witnesses here today are the bona fide words that this committee must use in order to proceed or substantiate an investigation. And I want to emphasize why that's important. Earlier today, one of our colleagues, a gentleman from Florida, presented up on this screen something that appeared to be a screenshot of a text message containing or insinuating an explosive allegation. That screenshot of what appeared to be a text message was a fabricated image. It was a fabricated image. I don't know where it came from. I don't know if it was the staff of the committee, but it was not the actual direct screenshot from that phone. And in fact, I would like to submit to the committee the actual full context from the Ziegler affidavit number 1, exhibit 402, of the full text of that exchange. Do I have permission from the chair? Importantly, what was brought out from that fabricated image excluded critical context that changed the underlying meaning and allegation that was presented up on that screen by this committee and by members of this committee. Now, they are well within their right to do that because they are covered by the speech and debate clause. This was not submitted by a material or fact witness under oath. That was not submitted by a material or fact witness under oath. The impeachment inquiry, any impeachment inquiry, regardless of party, is an extremely serious matter. Professor Gerhardt, in the impeachment inquiry...
By the end of the day, AOC's fiery reaction had overshadowed her own message, that Republicans were exaggerating the evidence. Her emotional defense, though genuine, came across as a meltdown in the face of inconvenient facts. Meanwhile, Donald's steady, silent composure made him look like the adult in the room, focused, calm, and unbothered by chaos. As the hearing adjourned, Donalds quietly gathered his papers and left without comment. Liz stayed behind, rubbing her temples, visibly frustrated, a moment the cameras captured and headlines devoured. AOC loses her temper as Byron Donalds exposes Hunter Biden evidence. That image became the story. In the world of modern politics, where theatrics often overshadow truth, this confrontation became a case study in contrast. Emotion versus logic. Outrage versus restraint. Noise versus composure. AOC's passion has always been her greatest strength, the energy that inspires millions. But on this day, it became her weakness. Byron Donalds, meanwhile, showed that in Washington, power often belongs not to the loudest voice but to the calmest one. In just a few minutes, the hearing stopped being about Hunter Biden and became something much larger. A reflection of modern American politics, where truth struggles to be heard above the roar of emotion.